Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the show. Because doing well, because I'm having a wonderful day on this beautiful morning of 8th of August 2025. Today is Friday. We have a interview today, so a bit nervous. We are bulk changing, putting every single video that is private on the gaming channel and putting it public. So yeah, so this is why this is so long, but hey, it's gonna be cool. We're gonna release a lot of shit, which is nice. What else? Today we're talking about a dream that I have. Now, it's insane because I usually don't remember my dreams. It's insane because I know exactly where this dream is coming from. We were talking about age yesterday, and making content until I was very old. And in my head, I was like, bro, oh, I forgot to make myself a coffee. Give me a sec. And there you go. We're back, ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Forgot to do myself a coffee. We've been up for a little bit of time. The plan was to go back to sleep. Because I have an interview today and I want to be well rested for the interview. It didn't work, so you want to stay awake? Let's stay awake. No problem. So yesterday we did a video saying that I'll be doing this, making videos until I'm 20 years old. Right? Which is kind of funny. And look at my mind because there's a whole scenario going on right now. I'm thinking about Super Mario 3 right now. What a good game. So I was thinking about it. In my head I was like, dude, you're gonna be cringe. You're cringe now. I'm not 7 years old, right? But then at the same time I'm like, bro, this is gonna be cool. I want my kid to be embarrassed. They're already, if I was to so receive a call from my ex from last January, February, March, April, mars, avril, May, Juin, Juillet. 7 months, right? So she said, I'm pregnant, you're gonna have the baby in 2 months. I'll be freaking out for sure, but I'll be like, oh my god, they're gonna be embarrassed, and that's a good thing. Why they? Because they can be a twin, it could be triplets. They can be quadruplets. You don't freaking know, it can be quintuplets. I don't know. Maybe I'll hold the record. Maybe my life goal, my life achievement was to have 5 kids in one single, what do you call it? Labor. Na zdrowia. Nothing beats warm bread. So, I had this dream. I hope because I remember it, and I can tell you why I had this dream. It's very odd. Should I talk with the mouthful? No. However, am I more clear than usual? I'm pretty much never clear, so hey. So, and then I woke up. I kind of felt icky. Icky is indeed the right expression. I should ask ChatGPT. It's weird because with Markiplier, because there's so much problem for using ChatGPT, but a lot of people use it, right? So what's the webs? What's the what? Yum. Then coffee. Am I waiting for doing that? You don't say. I don't know. All I need is a smoke and a syringe of heroin. And this is the breakfast of the champion. And a Red Bull. I'm gonna forget Red Bull. It's gonna give me wings, right? That's what it said in the ads. Funny thing with Red Bull, this is gonna be a crazy video, but listen, I have a lot of energy today. It's a good hyperactive day, and there's also the nervousity from the application, the interview. So yeah, I'm gonna talk gibberish, and that's gonna be fine. Did you know that when Red Bull came out with the thing of Red Bull give you wing, the first thing that somebody did was jump off a high place. hurt himself and sue them. This is why they have to say Red Bull will not give you wings. It's an expression, right? They have to say that in the ads right now, which is kind of crazy because people will do that. People will hurt themselves to sue companies and make a lot of money. You saw Better Call Saul? Yeah, exactly the same thing. So to me, it was weird because I woke up and felt icky. So usually I'm like, I'm scratching my balls, looking out the window to say, "Oh, what a nice weather," hoping to see, hoping to see something worth filming. To be honest, because we're filming, right? And I felt icky, and I was like, what a weird dream. So then, of course, as a classic overthinker, what I start doing? Well, I poured myself a cup of cereal, made myself a couple of toast, I would just add, ate a piece of cheese, and then overthinked it. And then I was like, did I wasn't, I felt icky in the dream, not because of the way people look at me. They were saying, "Oh, you're 50 years old, you can't dress like that." That's literally a dream. And I was like, I thought 70 years old was old. But then if I'm watching the dream, 50 years old is old. So what is considered old? And the other day in the video I said as a joke, people are already calling me Unc, which is uncle, which is kind of cool because it's not like you're not my father, but you're a cool uncle, or you're an uncle. I don't know if it's a positive term or negative term, but my faith in humanity will tell me that this is a positive term. So I'm seeing this and I'm like, okay, well, for example, I'm already old. I'm already cringy, you know? And then there's this girl, and this, of course, subconsciously influenced me to make this video, which is Fusi. People saying, hey, the guy is pushing 40 and doing this. There's this girl, I don't know her name, but she did a ad for Nintendo, and she said people are like, she's pushing 40. Take care of your husband, take care of your kids. That was hella rude. I was like, fuck that. And then, of course, there's double standard. Double standard used to be about a guy could sleep with every single girl, or be fat and do whatever he wants, but a girl will be judged for it. So a dad could be an absent dad. Nobody will judge you for that, but if you're an absent mother, people are going to be looking at you. See, that's the thing. We have Megan Fox. People hate on her because she was cute. She's hella cute, by the way. She's single. Hi, Megan. What's up? What's up, Megan? Hey, what's up, Megan? You sleeping? I should be sleeping too. You're right. Loves you in Mortal Kombat. She'll love that. And then people are like, oh, she's a bad mom. She's a bad mom. She's a bad mom. Says whom? Why did you guys say that? Because she's a woman. Because she's a woman, she's supposed to be a mother, a stay-at-home mom. And then for a dude, my apologies. For a dude, I was watching MasterChef. This character called Leslie, and Leslie is a stay-at-home father. People were judging him for that. A male nurse will be judged for being a male nurse. It's insane. Those are all preconceived notion that we have. Preconceived notion that at 30 years old you're old. Am I old? I feel old because I'm tired most of the time. I'm not this 20-year-old guy. I have a bad knees, guys. Because I'm overweighted, but still, I have a bad knees. I feel that way. So, logically speaking, you're right. Now, do I agree that you should act a certain way at an age? Absolutely. I think nature itself will tell you how you should act. Right? For example, let's go with the ladies again. The ladies will have something called baby fever. They'll see a baby, and their maternal instinct will kick in. They'll want to have their own. This is psychologically speaking. This is the way it works. Biologically speaking, before a woman reaches her menopause, she'll have a high libido. Why? Because your body will give you a high libido. That way, when it's time to procreate, you'll have like, hey, this is your last chance to have a baby. Let's have a freaking baby. The men are very different. The men can have a baby till they die. They can give sperm. Now the sperm will be weak, but it still can give sperm till they die, which is insane. This is something that is kind of incredible. So yeah, physically speaking, mentally speaking, or hormonally speaking, this is a biological clock, right? It happens. So your body will tell you that you feel older when you feel too old, right? But as a society, we associate that, right? Because you can tell, okay, well, my father's the best example. My father's the best example because he has, there are four guys in the family, four brothers. My uncle Ghislain, bald. My uncle Donald, bald. My uncle Martin, bald. My father, still a good set of hair. It's because my father's the oldest. He's the eldest son. He is the Elden Lord of the family. Elden's son. So he should not have hair, but he has hair. Right? And now it's thinning. It's thinning a lot because he's 70 years old. Well, I'm gonna say 70, but he's gonna be 67. He is 67. Yeah, he is 67. Maybe 68 in April 2026, which is far from it. And it's very thin, right? But then if you look at the other brothers, you'll be like, you're supposed to thin way before, so your body is different. Your body is weird. What makes you go bald? Testosterone. It's hereditary, but most of all, it's testosterone. Testosterone will give you a lot of hair on the body, not a lot of hair on the head. For some reason, I don't know. I think too. Do not say this is a medical expertise because I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. I still have balding spots. Don't look at it. I'm self-conscious. Self-conscious about my balding spots. There's a nice sun behind me. Isn't it pretty? It's gorgeous. It came up an hour late, but it's still there, which we love. So yeah, my father's a perfect example. But society way of thinking is we all putting ourselves in groups. We all sheep, we all herd. There's a beehive mentality which makes us bee. Right? And we don't know who's the queen, but we know we need to feed the hives. There's the anthill, where we're all working in line to go to work. We're all working in line to achieve a goal. From cradle to grave. You know? And it's insane. It is insane. And it just goes to show that this is how we perceive things, this is how we view things. Not because this is how it works, but this is how society teaches us. See, for example, they'll tell you like, hey, from 6 to 16, there's a law in Canada where you have to be in school till 16 years old. And then you can just leave. Before that, you're not allowed to leave school. So they kind of force you to go to school, which is a good thing. Because school is important. Don't do like Unk Inc. and leave school. School is important, kids. So yeah, of course, it could be about like staying in school, but that you're basically able to do anything you want. Then you got people, and this is not talked about enough. I have this friend, Leia, and she's my age, and she's still in school for well, she's not in school, but she's doing her years of internship in the hospital. Now the truth is, she was veterinarian, but she didn't leave school. She went to school from 6 years old to almost 30 years old. She spent most of her life in school, you know? And if I was doing anything else and I was sitting in school at 30 years old, people would judge me. Right? It's odd. It's odd. See, a driving lesson. I don't have my license at 30 years old. People will think I'm weird. Am I weird? Possibly. Most likely. Do I care? No. Society shouldn't dictate what it is. But again, we're coming back to the genesis point of this video. There's a chance that somebody make a mistake. Just that this whole society makes a mistake is very odd. So the fact that you should act a certain way at 50 years old is kind of something that's important. See, a society will dictate you when you can take your retirement. So most people take it at 65. If you take it before 65, you get the penalties. You see, until 55, you have retirement. And then we'll start paying you. And Canada and Montreal, Quebec, there's a lot of things that becomes free. My father is 65 and he talks about it a lot. My mom can take the bus for free. My father can take the bus for free. My mama has a discount when she goes to the theater. Right? She has a discount in a certain store because she's an older lady. And she used it. She went to Dollarama one time. And she's like, hey, this is expensive. Can I have a discount on that? Well, my mom's Egyptian, so it's in her DNA to bargain and asshole. Which I love about her. See, my mom is this wonderful person. Very kind person. But the customer, who is insane. I wouldn't want her as a customer. It's my mom, I love her. So then, if we can agree on the fact that society as a whole cannot be wrong, but we also agree that the concept is flawed, the idea behind it is flawed. Maybe it's a concept, maybe we shouldn't generalize, right? We shouldn't say, hey, everybody at 50 should have a job, everybody at 50 should have their home. My father always talked to me about how he bought a house at 25 years old. The market was different, Dad. Hello. The market was different. My mom talked about the condo and how much it's worth versus how much she's paying. She's been in that condo for, I want to say 6 years. That condo tripled in value, which is great for her. But for a new buyer, it's horrible. My mom, and I love my mom to death, when she told me, and the condo is actually really nice, when she told me how much a condo was worth, I was like, dude, it's not that big of a condo. She has 2 bedroom, she has a toilet, she has a kitchen, a living room. So it's about a 4.5. She has a cleaning room where she can put washing machines, which is insane. She's paying less than me and condos fees. You know? And when the condo fees happened, she was like, hey, mom. She's like, what should I do? Should I sell? I was like, mom, no, mom. It tripled in value in 6 years. Imagine in 10 years, in 20 years. And you're going to triple in value. Don't worry about it. It's nuts, you know? So maybe the concept and the society isn't wrong. But what if the idea was wrong in itself? You see, for this you have to look in the past. What was the life expectancy in the 40s? What was the life expectancy in the 60s and the 80s? Right now is different. The rules should be different, right? There's ideal age to do X. For example, having kids. If you're too old, it's gonna be hard to have kids. Man over, I'm not sure, but I know this is an age where man quality of sperm lowers, and that can create a lot of autism, a lot of, yeah. Christian, this is what happened to him. His father when he had him was 56, and they said that because the sperm was of a lower quality, the genetics was of lower quality. And this is, they believe, the reason why he had autism. Could be another reason, but they believe this is it. Right? It's not, as a whole, can we judge a person under age? You see, and everybody's different, right? Everybody is different. I think the whole social media changed everything. We saw these guys. I think of the example of Jack Doherty. It's funny because I took the example yesterday. Jack Doherty was 15 years old, and he had, and this is crazy, he had an interview with Jake Paul. I think it was Jake Paul. Actually, I like Jake Paul. Since he has his girlfriend, since he's boxing, I think he's a better dude than what he used to be with the 10-10. The 10-10, the Team 10. I had a guy yesterday, I saw a video where he ate Tim Tams. I was like, dude, I know what the heck this is. By the way, we saw these 2 guys on TikTok, and they're amazing. It's called British Thai food. Oh man, it's amazing. They had Jason Momoa, we took him to the Zippy, which is a place where he eats a lot, and they brought a Guinness beer, and it was nice, dude. It was a nice video. I love that video. Or they go, and what they're doing is actually quite nice because they travel the world and they taste food, right? And they're best friends. And then they brought back a Texas style barbecue, and it was nice because the kids under them was crying. It's like, dude, this is so good. When can I move? You know, so it was a different. It's a very nice channel because it's a difference of culture via food. I think as a human race, forget your religion, forget your sex, forget your age, forget where you come from, forget how many limbs you have, how many limbs you don't have, forget your mental capacity. I think we can all agree on good food. And food is meant to celebrate. Food is meant to celebrate life, but also to... And this is when you see it. And when you see it, you're like, yo, this means something to me. You know what I mean? It's a bit odd as a subject, right? It's a bit odd. They come back to it, right? Individuality is also important. This feeling of needing to be socialized. One of the best books that I've ever read, and that shit me was Fight Club. Talk about a generation raised by the TV. That's exactly what it is. Generation is different. Generation to culture is different. My apologies. I was talking about Jack Doherty, I'm sorry. Jack Doherty, at 14 years old, he did a podcast with Jake Paul. And in this podcast, what he was doing is talking about how much he makes. And he said, I cannot tell you, but it's in the 6 numbers. 14 years old, he was making 6 numbers. And then they said, I think Jake asked him, what are you doing with the money? And he said, I'm investing in properties. And he's like, what you buy? He said, I bought it in Austin because the ROI is the best. Dude was 14 years old, was aware of what ROI was, return on investment. So they're saying that the house in that neighborhood was gonna grow more. A lot of YouTuber are living in Austin, Texas, because they don't have this high rate of taxes, which freaking sucks. Because guess what? A lot of people moving in on Austin, Texas, man, the taxes raised for everybody. Now, but it's still less than. There's this amazing content creator, XQC. You heard of him? One of the most popular content creator on the platform, and he's coming from Quebec. He's coming from the same place that I am, and he says that he pays 50%, 57% of taxes on his revenue. And he's like, days I feel like telling them, go work for me. Go work in my stead. You're making more than I do. They're 77 to that 43%. It's nonsense. So then what happened is all of those YouTubers came in, all of those content creators came in, and they bought it. And people that were living there before the content creation move in, or the immigration of the content creator, the migration, yeah. Let's use proper term, right? The migration of YouTube over content creator. Yummy. It's nuts. Oh, I got a mosquito bite. I'm using this spoon as a rough surface to scratch it. It's just like a bear would use a tree to scratch his back. Pretty ingenious, I know. And Austin, Texan, how to pay more. They're like, yeah, it's good for them, but for us, it sucks. You know? So this guy, at 15 years old, knew more about ROE. And now, I used this on YouTube yesterday. I used it on a video yesterday. If you look at the YouTube kids, there's kids that are 6 years old that have millions of followers. And they're basically trained on how to upload a channel, how to operate a channel. There's basically school for that. School of content creation. Which to me is unbelievable. Imagine, right? And again, this is very, very, very wishful thinking. I have kids. They happen to think that I'm kind of cool. The dad is kind of cool. Not the coolest, but he's aight. He aight, you know? They do that. Imagine, I would literally send them to school for content creation. I would literally send them there. And it would be insane. It would be insane. Because the potential they could reach, right? No matter how old I am. If I was 24 making content, if I was 22 making content, I would not be better than the 5 years old making content. You know? It's insane. It's insane. I don't even know what to tell you. But it's a reality. It's a reality because we made it a reality. Not because anybody else did anything at all. We made it a reality. So it's nuts. It's nuts. It's really nuts. I actually can't believe that this is going on. because in all senses of fashion, this is unrivaled. This, by the way, is something called nepotism. It's a new form of nepotism. So nepotism, usually what it is I know somebody that's a higher up is gonna hire me, which is basically it. Michael Scott is nephew. It's a new nepotism. I have money to make you do whatever you want. So you'll do whatever you want. How many people could have became a doctor? They didn't do it because they didn't have the cash. How many people could have become lawyers, but they do it because they didn't have the cash? Society is unfair. The place you're born, how you're born. But then if you follow fate, then you're born exactly what you're supposed to be born. And then there's a worse thing. I don't know what the worst thing is. The worst thing in itself is understanding. Oh, but ew. Multi-window close. Phone is too hot. See, and this is going on. Yeah, the LED screen is messed up. And of course it's gonna be okay when I start the phone. You fucking sucks. You fucking sucks. Friends. Woo woo. And we will be fighting till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions. How many do I have? Oh shit. I was watching corn yesterday. I got 21 gigs of storage. Yeah, phone is becoming too hot, so. We've been making content for 2 hours. Holy crap. This is insane. If you follow the laws of fate, you're born exactly where you should have been born. Do you like that? Do you like that? And I don't mind. This love and hate is a one time. Sometimes I'm getting in the way. I will try to find my place. And this diarrhea dream as I look the other way. You know what's insane? This guy who's a content creator is waking up at 6:44, 54 to make the ranking. And he's doing the battles. Cute. Cute. In this diarrhea dream, as I've looked the other way, as I found another place. Jared Leto is also a good role model for that. And what we're trying to talk about this morning is actually a good model. Started young, did a couple of movies. People say, "Oh, Jared Leto, that was an actor." He was an actor before, bro. Guys possibly forgot the movie Lord of War with Nicolas Cage. Jared Leto was the brother. He was the brother. You know the craziest thing? I used to think Cillian Murphy was the main singer of American Rejects. I don't know why. I don't know why. My apologies. So yeah, so if you believe in that, and if you believe in a functioning society, then some people are gonna have a shitty life, which is it's just the truth. These people are gonna have a shitty life. I.e., I'm doing this and this and this because I'm doing this and this and this, cooling down the phone. Because I'm doing this and this and this, then I'm a victim of my fate, right? My fate, which is being a job that I don't want to do, right? For example, you got the guy. Well, we're watching Lost right now, so let's use Lost as an example. The guy called Jin. Jin, his father was a fisherman. Jin didn't want to become a fisherman. So what he did, he wanted to have his own restaurant and his own hotel. He wanted to be successful as his father was not successful. So his father not being successful pushed him to be successful. His father, unsuccessful, pulled him to be successful. This is also something that happens a lot. Usually between men. There's just rivalry between the son and the father. Because the son is in charge of the patriarchy. He's in charge of the house. When the son becomes old enough, he is the son of the house. And there's a passing of power. And most men don't want to have this passing of powers. Most men want to avoid this passing of power. Which is quite normal. And yeah. So Jin comes in and it's like, my father's a loser. Quote unquote, that's his opinion. I don't think he's a loser. I think the father is actually a cool character when you meet him. But that he wanted to have his hotel, so he started at the bottom of the chain. And at the bottom of the chain, he started as a door greeter. And he worked his way up to being successful. You know? That's pretty much it. Which I think is amazing. But anyway, let's stop judging people on where they're from, on what their background is. Understand that they're possibly this way because something happened. You know? And at the same time, I think we're all chasing about eternal youth. We always judge people to say, hey, you're too old to do that. We never say you're too young to do that. The kid that have a junkie mom with 4 brothers and sister who goes to work to feed them because mom can be counted on. You think he chose that life? No. He's the one that rose. And because he rose, his brother and sister doesn't have to. Well, simple as this. My mom, alone. No brothers and sister. If she wanted to have kids, they wanted to have grandkids, my mom was away. My father, the opposite. 6 brothers and sister. My grandpa was an alcoholic. He unalived himself. Oh, baby cried. Whoa. So, what he did, he went to the city. Ended up in the city and made some cash. And he sent that cash back to his mom. And then his younger brother was the one that said, hey, I'll follow you. So he went to see my father in Lachine also. My father had a duplex at that time. My uncle was living upstairs. And he became a, whatchamacallit in English? Mechanic, I think. He became a mechanic. Another one of his brother, Martin, became a metal welder. Because my father was a metal welder, he was making a lot of money. My other uncle, which technically speaking is the real youngest one, because he stayed behind the longest. My apologies. Because of my father and his 2 brothers being a hard worker, my last uncle, Donald, could take his time. And he went to university. And now he has a 6-figure job per year. His girlfriend, Francine, also had a 6-figure per year. It's insane. She closed. I fucking hate you. It's such a shame because what happened is the LED is not connected. And now it's not working. LED is not working. Oh, I hate you. You gotta fix it, didn't fix it properly. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.